1980, it was Great Britain's Robin Cousins who graced the ice with artistry to grab the gold. 4 years later, America's own Scott Hamilton high-stepped his way onto the pages of Olympic history. And less than 1 year ago, it was the Battle of the Bryans. Canada's proud Brian Orser held the hearts of his countrymen. But it was a Brian by the name of Boitano that won the marks of the judges that day. Now, as professionals, they've all returned to the ice to compete against each other in the NutraSweet World Professional Figure Skating Championships. That's all today on NBC Sports World. But today, the tension of the competition, concentration, determination, anticipation. Welcome to the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland for the NutraSweet World Professional Figure Skating Championships. Hello, everybody. I'm Charlie Jones, and we have gathered in the men's competition the top 4 skaters in the world. This should be an outstanding event. And joining me on the telecast, 1960 Olympic gold medalist Carol Heiss-Jenkins. The Battle of the Bryans, Part 2.
Of course, Charlie, Part 1 was at Calgary Olympics, 1988. Brian Boitano won the Olympic gold medal with Brian Orser the silver medal. Brian Boitano skated the performance of his life. Now, the battle goes on.
They will be challenged by the defending champion, Robin Cousins, and Scott Hamilton, who won here 2 years ago. Now let's go to Jimmy Cephalo.
Charlie and Carol, while the men's competition figures to highlight this show, will also be entertained by a pair of ice dancing teams. And that competition also pits the rookies versus the veterans. The rookies are Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall, 6-time Canadian champions who decided to turn pro after winning the bronze medal during the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. They'll provide a formidable challenge for the veterans Julie Blumberg and Michael Seabrook, generally regarded as the top American team ever produced. I'll be backstage throughout the competition, zeroing in on some of these performers who occasionally admit to a bout of the butterflies.
Youngsters of all ages are gathered here among the 16,000 fans on hand. The skaters will be performing 2 numbers. First is the technical competition, Carol. What do the judges look for?
Charlie, they'll be looking for the difficulty of the program. The triple and double jumps balanced with spins and intricate steps.
And here is Scott Hamilton. The music composed especially for Scott by Chick Corea.
Scott getting ready for his triple Lutz jump. Perfect. And another triple jump, the triple Falco. And his triple toe loop. Scott looks very comfortable out there performing. Always with a great rapport with the audience. This axel. Well done. The choreography done by Sarah Kawahara. Yes, Charlie. You know, when he got in the air, he knew he couldn't make it, so he opened up. That's what's called popping.
Flip.
An excellent program by Scott.
Scott Hamilton. He leads off the competition. A tough spot to be in, but he sets a very high standard. The judges preparing their scores. There are 9 judges, 7 judges for each event. They are 2-time world ice dance champion Doreen Denny, 2 times U.S. pairs champion Ron Ludington, 3 times U.S. ice dance champion Colleen O'Connor. Now, these 3 will also be judging the ice dancing compulsories. 4-time U.S. national champion, 4 times world champion, Olympic champion Hayes Allen Jenkins. U.S. ladies and Olympic and world bronze medalist Barbara Ann Rose. A skating teacher for more than 55 years, a member of the Ice Skating Institute of America Hall of Fame, Fritz Diedl. 4-time world pairs champion, Barbara Wagner. 3-time Olympic pairs champion, Irina Rodnina. And former U.S. men's champion, John Misha Petkovich.
For Scott Hamilton. 9.9. 9.9.
Give me a wheelchair sign.
9.9. 9.95. 9.9. 9.9. And 9.9. The total score, 49.5.
Defending champion, Robin Cousins.
A good choice of music for Robin. He's skating to Warsaw Concerto.
Summer, Robin had a knee operation, so his program not as difficult as the other skaters. Perhaps he feels that his knee is not strong enough to handle the triple jump.
He is planning, Charlie, on doing a backflip.
And he does the camel spin both ways.
In exquisite positions. a delayed axle, a classic line.
First one in 6 months.
And very well done.
Defending champion, Robin Cousins. From the expression on his face, perhaps Robin's knee bothering him more than we realize. Here's his backflip.
Robin Cousins.
He does it in a layout position, and it's especially difficult because he's 6 feet tall.
Here are the scores for Robin Cousins. 9.8. 9.85. 9.85. 9.85. 9.9. 9.85 and 9.85.
And so Robin is in second place behind Scott Hamilton.
The men's competition a year ago in Calgary was filled with enormous pressure and tension, further enhanced with the Battle of the Bryans. Boitano skated the performance of a lifetime.
When I was skating around before going to skate out, I was thinking, I can't do this. I can't do it. There's no way I can do it. And I remember after the first 2 triples, I calmed down a little bit. And they were so good that, you know, it was like almost you were in heaven because you started off on the right foot. From each triple, it built up. You can do this one. You can do this one more. Just one more. Just one more. And then it just built up and built up until the very end. And that's when it's not whether you know, it's not like I won the gold medal. I know I won the gold medal. It's like, I did it. I skated well in an Olympic event. I mean, what more would be the epitome of a competitive skater?
Brian's dream come true brought him headlines, fame, and his own TV special. But along with it, a drastic change in lifestyle.
I think I've been home for about maybe a little over a month since Olympics. Right now, I have to be a workaholic because if I'm not a workaholic, I'll think too much about how much I want to do. If I let it go by now, then I'll never forgive myself for what I let slip by.
The past year has been a nonstop world tour. While in New York recently with his mother Donna, he was able to briefly escape his hectic skating world with a visit to the fabulous toy fantasy land FAO Schwartz.
Raggedy Ann. Hi. Good.
Having a nice holiday?
We're trying.
And occasionally, Brian finds his fans in unique places. And with all of the travel, finding quality ice time to train is extremely difficult. A moment of relaxation, quietly enjoying the sport which he loves, and then it's off to work in the world of professional figure skating.
Now on the ice, Brian Boitano.
And coming up, Brian's trademark. Triple left with the arm over his head. competition. He is technically perfect, and I love his uncluttered style. He has tremendous body strength. Look at this triple flip into triple toe combination.
He is really skating well. It's as if he has gathered the audience up in his arms.
This is an extremely difficult technical program. Coming up, triple Salchow. He has intertwined all these difficult triple jumps and still caresses the music.
Brian Boitano.
With this performance, he has changed the face of professional figure skating for all time.
A performance filled with triples, including Brian's trademark, the triple Lutz, with his left arm extended overhead.
It's difficult because he uses only his right arm to give him the triple rotation in the air.
And now here's Jimmy with Brian and his coach, Linda Lever.
The two of you have been together for a very long time. Did he skate as well tonight as he did in Calgary or not?
Different. It was wonderful. This was a wonderful, wonderful performance. It was a totally different type of program, but it was
as well?
excellent. It was
Yeah, I think for this situation it was as well. Everything was as on as it was in Calgary. This is the first time I've done all the triples again since the Olympics. And it was a real challenge for me, and I was really nervous.
Brian Boitano.
That was good, huh?
10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. And 9.95.
The 9.95 to judge John Misha Petkovic.
The total score, 50.
You throw out the high and the low, it's still a perfect 50. And Orser, and we asked him earlier about his competition with Brian Boitano in the battle for number one.
I think the battle of the Bryans will always be there. I think because of what happened in Calgary, the hype beforehand, the competition being so close at the end, that people are waiting for the battle of the Bryans, and people are waiting for this rematch, as they call it. And you know, it's exciting for me and exciting for Brian, although we really don't see it as the battle of the Bryans. It's the battle of Brian Orser against Brian Orser. I'd like to have a personal best.
Today, his personal best will have to be perfect, just to stay even with Brian Boitano.
And Charlie, like the 1988 Olympic Games in Calgary, Brian Orser follows a brilliant performance by Brian Boitano. Brian has a short, quick, light, and easy style of skating versus Boitano's athletic ability, strength, and long skating strokes. Easy double axel. to be very costly for Orser. He needed that triple axel.
Now, can he regain his concentration?
Well, we'll see.
Here comes his back flip.
And he steps into a triple toe loop. He has certainly regained his concentration. A really delayed axel. And a landing that goes on forever and into the next move.
So, Carol, for Brian Orser, this has to be a disappointing technical performance.
Absolutely. He needed a perfect performance just to stay even with Brian Boitano. This is his backflip, which has now become routine for any top professional's performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scores for Brian Orser. 9.85. 9.95. 9.9. 9.95. 9.95. 9.95 and 9.85. The total score 49.6.
And so the standings after the technical program, Brian Boitano with the lead, followed by Brian Orser, Scott Hamilton, and Robin Cousins. Chips, I'm Charlie Jones. This is Carol Heiss-Jenkins. The ice dancing competition, the compulsories, is next. And Carol, this is a new twist to this event.
Yes, it is. You will see two dance couples simultaneously on the ice doing 3 different compulsory dances. The judges will judge them on the moving expression as one unit across the ice.
The first dance of the 3, the blues.
The compulsories are to ice dancing what the school figures are to the singles competition. Here we see the set pattern on the ice that both couples must do.
The judges, Doreen Denny, Ron Ludington, and Colleen O'Connor. The competitors, 5-time U.S. national champions, Judy Blumberg and Michael Siebert. And the 1988 Olympic bronze medalist, Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall.
With sharp movements
and long, crisp edges. The scoring in the compulsories were 30% of the total. The next dance, the Killian.
The Killian's a good march, short, precise.
And the very lively Killian with the crowd really getting into this compulsory competition. As we now have concluded the second of the three dances. And finally, the Starlight Waltz.
And Charlie, this is my very favorite dance. It was first skated in London in 1963. It is flowing, lyrical, and romantic.
And that concludes the three compulsory dances unique to this competition and certainly enjoyed by the audience here.
Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall.
The three judges will now total their marks for all three of the dances and then average those marks.
You find yourself looking over your shoulder and seeing what the other couple is doing or not?
There's no room for you got enough to focus in on your own out there.
To do your own thing, really.
I was saying it's the first time we skated compulsory dances for so many people. Usually they're at 9 in the morning and you'll get your mom and dad and aunts and uncles. But...
Listen, we haven't done compulsories for 3 years.
Well, I've got to tell you, speaking to some of the judges, they were saying they're going to put a push on with the Professional Skating Association to do this all the time. What do you think?
It's okay.
And first to score for Judy Blumberg and Michael Siebert.
9.77, 9.62, and 9.72. So for the three judges, the total score is 29.11. For Judy Blumberg and Michael Siebert, 29.11.
And now the scores for Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall.
9.8, 9.56, and 9.63. The total score is 28.99.
And so after the compulsories, worth 30% of the total, Judy Blumberg and Michael Siebert leading Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall. Welcome back to the NutraSweet World Professional Figure Skating Championships. Now let's join Carol Heiss-Jenkins. Carol?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Mr. Bob Shapiro, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NutraSweet Company.
Thank you, Carol. On behalf of all the people of the NutraSweet Company, it's once again our great pleasure to bring the NutraSweet World Professional Figure Skating Championships to viewers all around the world. It's always a thrilling event, but I think this year we've assembled the strongest field of competitors in the history of this event, and I hope everybody is enjoying it as much as I am.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shapiro. And now back to the skating.
1986 world bronze medalists in ice dancing, Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall. Robert McCall, 6 times the Canadian champion. The artistic part of the program, Carol, for 70%. What do the judges look for here?
How difficult the steps are, how close they are together, and is it in unison? To do, and their free dance steps are very complicated. Facial expression is very important in the dance.
They really seem to be having a lot of fun. Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall. And for this artistic program, all 7 judges will be scoring. Again, worth 70% of the total.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the scores for Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall. 9.9. 9.9. 9.9. 9.95, 9.95, 9.95, and 9.9. Total score,
49.55, and coming up, Judy Blumberg and Michael Siebert. They have never won here in Landover, Maryland. Judy has fallen here the last 2 years.
Well, Charlie, they have always taken risky chances, and it hasn't always paid off. This is old music, but it's new for them. It's sentimental, extremely sweet. So once again, they're taking a risk.
They are really skating well. the music change from Patsy Cline to the Key.
Yes, are you lonesome tonight?
Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a brighter side where you sit and call you sweetheart?
I've never seen them skate better than this. The music shows off their long, romantic style of skating.
Is your heart still beating? Shall I come again? Tell me, are you lonesome tonight? Is your heart still beating? Shall I come back again? Tell me, are you lonesome
Judy Blumberg and Michael Sievert.
A wonderful number, Charlie.
Judy Blumberg and Michael Sievert.
And as they step off the ice, let's join Jimmy Cephala. Jimmy?
That was the best you've skated here ever. What's the difference between the last couple of years and tonight when you looked so very good?
Tonight, the mental and the body was together, and the minds were there, and I loved it.
It was a really nice number. We did it with Sandra Bezic.
Now,
And we love her, and
the
it was real
score
comfortable
for
for us
Judy
both.
Blumberg and Michael Sievert. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. The total score, 50.
A perfect finale for Judy Blumberg and Michael Sievert as they capture their first World Professional title here in Landover, Maryland, defeating Tracy Wilson and Robert McCall. The margin, 35/100ths of a point. Next, the men's artistic portion of the program. In the opening salvo of the Battle of the Bryans, Boitano clearly on top.
Yes, and a repeat of Calgary. I never thought I'd see Boitano skate a performance like he did in Calgary, but I certainly saw another one today. Brian Orser, a little bit off. Maybe he gets nervous if he has to skate after a perfect performance by Boitano.
The men's artistic program worth 50% of the total. We're skating in reverse order of the current standings. In fourth place, defending champion Robin Cousins. Robin has a commanding presence on the ice.
Well, he looks tall. He is tall. He's 6 feet. But he stretches from head to toe. He has a gorgeous line on the ice. Robin has some moves that are unique to him, and this is one of them coming up. A right back outside spiral into a forward spiral. Smoothly done. One of the best camel spins among the skaters, with a hand that's uniquely put behind his back.
Robin Cousins.
An excellent program and well skated. I liked it. It'll be interesting to see how the judges react.
Now let's join Jimmy Cephalo.
You do a lot of coaching. Is there a lesson to the youngsters out there who might be watching?
No, just when you're 31, don't try and, fool yourself you're younger anymore. I'm, 10 years older than these whippersnappers out there now. That much harder. And I just going to take more time.
9.85. 9.9. 10. 9.95.
I'll take anything.
9.9 and 9.9.
Robin's artistic score, 49.55, a total of 98.8.
Charlie, what a surprise. When a defending champion skates like that and gets those marks, it indicates the high level of this competition.
Here's Scott Hamilton, the champion 2 years ago, currently in 3rd place. And this is Scott Hamilton.
Very definitely. Energetic, nonchalant, a people skater.
Scott's a very technical skater.
Charlie, he is always smart to choose music which highlights his kind of artistic skating. Happy, bubbly, Mr. Personality on the ice. Always in the mood.
Double axel.
And high, wonderful one. He feels so good when he skates.
One more time.
And his back flip. He never stopped having energy throughout the entire number.
Scott Hamilton. All right. Ooh, a standing ovation.
Scott Hamilton.
I can't imagine the crowd reaction wouldn't influence the judging just a little bit.
Well, you certainly were in the mood to do some skating tonight. When this was billed as the Battle of the Bryants, I think we forgot about Scott Hamilton. No.
I don't know. It's like the sport, I knew I couldn't jump those guys. And I knew that when it came down to the triple axels and all that stuff, that wasn't my field. This is more my field. Audience.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the scores for Scott Hamilton. 10. 9.95. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. The total score, 50.
A perfect artistic performance. Brian Orser currently in second place. He's a 49.95 in this artistic program to take the lead from Scott Hamilton.
Once again, he has to skate after a perfect score. And this time, it is after Scott. Wonderful choreography, Charlie. Unique, unusual. I would say that Brian Orser has certainly made the transition from amateur to professional skating. Beautiful triple toe loop. This number was originated by Ushi Kessler, Brian's longtime choreographer, who also created Brian's Olympic program in 1984 and 1988.
Brian Orser.
I think that was a gutsy, outrageous, and brilliant performance.
And Carol, it didn't bother Brian to follow Scott Hamilton and his perfect score.
Not one bit.
And remember that Brian needs a 49.95 to take the lead from Scott Hamilton.
An unusual number for you. Where did this thought come from?
I thought about this a couple years ago. The amateur world wasn't ready for it. Although the professional world is, and that's great.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the scores for Brian Orser. 9.95. 9.95. 9.95. 9.85. 10. 9.95 and 9.95.
Okay.
The total score, 49.75.
And a total of 99.35. That is not enough to catch Scott Hamilton. And Carol, I thought he deserved a perfect score. Boitano, the leader after the technical program, needs a 49.55 to capture his first professional title. Brian's a storyteller on ice.
Well, Charlie's playing the part of the music. Very expressive facially, as well as through his skating steps. And through all of this, he still has the tremendous, powerful triple jumps. Much of a setup for his triple jumps in this number. That's what impresses me.
Brian Boitano.
We've seen completely different numbers in this competition.
His coach, Linda Lever, looks on proudly. Crowd loves it. Jimmy?
The degree of difficulty on that seemed to be very chancy, was it?
Yeah, it was. But I decided that even though some people weren't going to the higher difficulty, it's my style and I would never change it just because it's an artistic program. I want any program that I do to stand up artistically or technically, so that's why I did that, and it was on. I couldn't believe it.
all of your routines seem to be the matador or the swashbuckler, the hero of the thing, and there seemed to be a great deal of feeling. Where did this come from?
It's called the Gypsy Kings, and it's a passion about an unrequited love. It's very passionate. I studied all the words, and I can really feel it. I don't know why, but I like the real masculine look of it.
Gentlemen, here are the scores for Brian Boitano. 9.9. 10. 10. 9.9. 9.95. 9.95. 10. The total score, 49.8.
And that's good enough to win. Brian Boitano is the champion.
Brian's strength enables him to combine all of the technical difficulties in his artistic program, and he has given us a new standard of excellence in professional skating.
Here are the official results. Brian Boitano wins the NutraSweet World Professional Figure Skating Championships, followed by Scott Hamilton, Brian Orser, and Robin Cousins. We're ready now to meet the champions. Bob Shapiro, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the NutraSweet Company, and Dick Button will make the trophy presentation. Judy Blumberg and Michael Sievert, the ice dancing champions. The men's champion, Brian Boitano.